the galaxy, where he won the world over as a dancing tree. Since then, he has devoted all of his spare time to horticulture and hopes to soon breed the world's first talking ficus. No stranger to fierce knockout debate, he began his career heckling disgruntled kittens. His no-holds-barred attitude gained him the feared nickname Killer Sugar Bumpkins, and before landing his career at LHS, became PETA's most brutal nemesis. Put your hands together for Mark, I might pull a hammy, Using.
Even though no one really knows what an assistant superintendent is or does, this man brings new life to the role, spending most of his office hours performing operettas while dancing in Renaissance attire amid bubbles from his commercial-grade bubble machine. He and his pet ferret, Charles V, tried out for the role of Timon and Pumbaa in The Lion King. Disney made the right call on that one. Please welcome Al, who on earth is this guy, Fleming.
I teach physics, the foundation of all science. Without physics, geology has no existence. Chemists, biologists, and geologists bow to the science that requires compliance. This ain't no pseudoscience. This is physics.
Physics? Isn't that about theory? To experiment for the sake of inquiry? Physics only has meaning when it's applied. That, my friend, only happens with geology, when it's allied.
Like Shakespeare said, what light through yonder window breaks? You think he's talking about earthquakes? That light refracts through yonder window. He's talking physics while making innuendo. He's talking optics, not geology. Dr. Al, you better pen an apology.
What light through yonder window breaks? It is silica that it takes. Glass is hard and very brittle. News to you, because you know so little. The essence of that transparent mass thus allows light to refract through glass.
Beware the Ides of March, said the soothsayer. Beware the forces of physics, says the truth teller. We speak of forces, motion, and projectiles. You can't hold a candle to that with your soil profiles. Studying your alluvial fans and your impact craters of the Yucatan, physics gives your science purpose. Geology, the study of rocks, it's a circus.
Ohm? Ohm? What's that? A unit of physics or a Dr. Scott yoga chant? Let's get serious and not so delirious that we become less curious. That would make both of us furious.
Boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Even F. Scott understands that geology comes in last. For if the speed of the boat is to the east at 7, and the current flows to the west at 11, then -4 is the speed of your activity. No amount of geology can help with relativity.
We remember our physics and geology courses, but really don't understand the incredible forces. Velocity and acceleration don't have meaning until a meteor is hurtling toward downtown Libertyville. And what's up with centripetal force? In geology, it forms planets, of course. In physics, it's spinning ice skaters. Can't you think of anything greater?
Let's take an example like force. Mass times acceleration, of course. Geology is about rocks and muck. Without physics, you would be stuck. We calculate pressures in pascals. There's no arguing which is best. Al.
Mass, volume, pressure, and weight. Now there's 4 units of physics to hate. Emeralds, diamonds, rubies, and jewels. Now those are interesting. Those are cool.
Geologists drilling their bores just bore. Talk about rocks and minerals galore. You know, Al, it's physics they adore. Brutus once said, I didn't love Caesar less, I loved Rome more. It's geology they abhor. Physics, they want more.
In physics, gravity explains that things fall down. In geology, it explains why the earth is round. For Writers Week, Mr. Mark tried to become a sage. But it's really gravity that keeps him on this stage.
This might be the week we celebrate linguistics, but here on the stage, the king is physics. Physics bends your mind like light from air to water, overcomes your inertia and makes your mantle hotter. Rocks for jocks? Take a seat. Physics is the engine that provides the heat.
Without volcanoes, glaciers, and the rest of the land, biology, chemistry, physics are really pretty bland. It's here where the other sciences are applied, and to their reason for usefulness, I can abide. I just want to make sure my diction hasn't caused any friction or my musings offended Mr. Busing.
Now, don't get carried away like Nick Carraway. The laws of physics geology must obey. Thermo says paper burns at 451, knows Montag. Dr. Fleming, are you ready to wave the white flag? Geology, better than physics you decree? Like Myrtle and Gatsby, you're gonna need rhinoplasty.
After all this, George will still be obsessed with rabbits. Julius Caesar will still be surprised by Brutus. Romeo and Juliet still die together. And you, Mr. Mark, will still be questioning your existence. I know that doesn't rhyme, but it will prove true in time.
Einstein, Curie, Hawking, and Newton, physicists that everyone knows. Alvarez, Lyell, Smith, and Hutton, these famous geologists make me doze. Compared to a two-time winner like Curie, a guy like Wesley Powell is nobody.
Joule, Watt, Ohm, Newton, Tesla, Curie. Why name units after physicists? Was it because they were in a hurry? So I've been musing, why no busing? Is it because a quark is easier to rhyme with Mark?
This can't go on. This can't go on till tomorrow. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Even though physics is by far the better, there ain't no reason to brand Dr. Al with a scarlet letter. Much respect to the man with the PhD, a hard-won and righteous degree. To say we are friends ain't no hyperbole. But geology is just a bunch of basalt. Physics is better. It's not his fault.
The one thing that we've learned is that scientists are not poets. I mean, everything we've said doesn't even rhyme.
But thanks for sitting for this battle of rhymes.
We hope you've learned something to last a lifetime.
From two guys who are monumental geeks.
Hope you all had fun at Writers Week.
We really don't care if our rhymes make you yawn. As Roy G. Biv would say, color us gone.
All right, your turn to vote. Is it Mr. Busey? Or is it Dr. Fleming? Need some help on that one. You need to arm wrestle now to, I think it's a tie. That might have been a tie, straight tie. Straight tie.